more debts because of it. Now, I'm a pirate at this time, see. What is this? See, as a pirate, you have to understand that French Inquisition. What is wrong with you people? The artists and they're crazy. Anyway, so pretty much what happened was there was a big bloodbath. Lots of deaths. I mean, I'm talking like lots. Lots. But as a pirate, you see, I'm used to killing people. So it's a little sad part of my life, but not really. Speaking of being a pirate, I'm sure you're all interested about the Armada. And that is the part that makes me very sad. You shot it. Don't get me started. Anyway, the Armada was one of my most strongest fleets. People were so scared of my fleet. I was one of the strongest pirates out there. I'm not done yet. And the best part about being a pirate is that you weren't sad when you killed people. You had to do it. I got lots of gold and lots of booty. Gold is awesome. Why are they laughing at this? So sad children. That is, so I heard this thing at the con, and they said, Fire Nation attacked? It wasn't the Fire Nation, it was this guy.
My fault that you had too many issues with weather and that your men were outnumbered by mine.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Don't you remember that time when you tried to invade London, but then you kept getting mishapped by weather, and obviously I was going to win anyway.
No, see, I do not understand. Eyebrows. See, when my fleet got to France, right, it's like there, I was about to get some gold and such. This guy came in, and as you would say, Armada. It sucked. It didn't flop everywhere. It sucked really. And it was one of my strongest fleet, and I am known for that. You will leave here talking about the Armada. I promise. If you didn't come here already. Okay, I'm going to stop now because this guy's getting riled up, and I think he needs to talk a bit. So I'm just going to let him go. But remember, please, when you leave here, the Armada was the strongest fleet.
Browse.
Remember that.
You're okay.
Now you can talk.
You're right, telling about how it stunk. Hello, everyone. You all must be charmed, I'm sure. Well, I love you too, Ramses. You all seem rather complacent being here in the presence of an empire. I am speaking loud.
Loud? You're a pirate. We don't just... Hola. I am here. Take a note from your brow line.
Burn.
But please don't here.
You all seem a rather interesting bunch. You all seem to be, well, most of you seem to look like commoners, maybe more, higher. But you probably don't know about my endeavours. So, I am the British Empire, the Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Though, that's a fairly new title I've been going by, Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. It was from a treaty that my brothers and I signed, merging us together, and now apparently I have to go by that. I have to include them. But
Oh, don't get me started about Portugal.
So, as many as you know, I am a colonial empire, and if you don't know what that means I have many colonies. I have colonies as far as India with my Honourable East India Company, and I have colonies all the way in Ghana with my British Gold Coast settlements. And I trade goods such as cotton, salt, dye, tea, fur, and lately with China I've been trading opium, which is a fairly interesting thing, but he's very selfish about it, and I will convince him to trade more into me no matter what.
You're going to be that greedy.
It's not greed, it's trading. I just want more of it to trade. Maybe for myself a bit. Back in my homeland, well, it's very structured and very strict. You have the high class, the gentlemen, the middling sort, and the poor. Whenever I return home, I'm a gentleman, I own land, and everyone addresses me as Sir Kirkland, which all of you should address me as Sir. Sir.
Captain Kirkland!
Let him continue. I don't want to listen to him later.
Well, I don't know about the rest of them, but in my time, 1815, I am one of the strongest empires all around.
I'm going to sit next to you.
I'm getting really nervous. But being so strong, I have many enemies, such as Spain, France, Netherlands, even Portugal, despite him being my ally. We all have spies. But Spain isn't as much of a nuisance, mostly France now. Ever since he got that new leader, Napoleon, he's been acting as though he can take over everything.
I will take you down, just you wait.
Well, apparently, you're not going to last very long, so I don't have to worry about you. But I suppose, being wherever it is we are, it's nice to take a break from having to fight with him, though it seems fated that I have to sit next to him.
She never told me about this.
Colonial. I don't have any princesses. We killed them. So now, I'm in a quite depressing period. I just lost the war with this guy because I was showing the fact that I could take all of Europe, but nobody seemed to like that idea. Anyways, I liked that idea. Well, now that the money I owe Prussia and his dude, I don't know, he grabbed all these people together, these little states, and he formed a country named Germany. So now I have to owe Germany money because he took part of my country. And so deciding that if we got together and tried to pay off the debt quicker, we wouldn't have to deal with all of that. Well, the only problem is when you counterfeit money, the food gets expensive, the housing gets expensive, and everybody's poor. Kill everything. Instead, rather than gloat in the long depression, my people decided that they needed to start being creative and go against the normal artsy things. So we had all these different art movements that were very exciting. We had the Impressionism, Realism, we even had poets, and we even started this thing where you can record people moving. So, but I'm not going to say too much about that because it's still in the work, in the process. But also, we decided rather than conquer parts of Europe, which seems very good, now anyways, everyone's against me. I was an awesome military power. I decided to go down south and go to Africa and scramble with this guy. Good. Keep going. Well, I don't know. I still don't like you very. Oh no, see. When my mother was near you, you did nothing. You watched. Well, you know what? The whole reason why I lost most of Europe is because that guy decided to make a life with you. That's why I'm in this problem now. But I am enjoying all of the arts and things, although I don't enjoy making paint and water, but I'm doing okay. And the thing is, the nice thing is, I've entered my third republic. So it is really nuts. Also, I'm very curious about how you're doing, since I did give you a birthday present, and I don't seem to like it.
No, it's not that. It's just that you came, it's like pieces. You got a head, you got a fork.
I'll give you instructions.
You're in French. French is a beautiful language. Yeah, Louisiana, Florida, New York, see, relatively English, I suppose. Well, I'm America.
The one Columbus discovered?
That guy.
Oh, so that was you! You were so little! What's happened?
You're America? You look so different.
I know I got hot. Well,
So tell me what happened after Columbus discovered you.
well, lots of slavery.
Oh, see, I had that too.
A bunch of Spanish people started moving into Florida.
Yes!
And then England came in.
Oh,
and I got this place. And that was interesting for a while. And then I got bored. And there's a theme park now. I always get back. Still taste it. Like, well, my time was in the 1920s. Best era. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
During this decade, my bosses were all three consecutive Republicans. You can all tell how that went. Which was Harvey Coolidge and Hoover. And so, like, I can't vote, sadly. I think that Americans can vote. So I just watched from the sidelines and hope that he's not like a giant The one who could vote, this is new, women could vote now. The 19th Amendment came in, so he's like, how much women? And so other things came in, like, and the Ku Klux Klan formed. Came out of nowhere. Like, some white guys who were like, yeah, we're looking to go back to normal. We want women in the kitchen, and whoever's not white should go somewhere else. And that wasn't cool. I didn't like that. But before the 19th Amendment came the treacherous 18th Amendment, which banned alcohol.
No! I approve of this. That's terrible! Where did all the rum go?
They didn't ban it from drinking it, it's banned from like giving it and selling it. So like a bunch of like my clubs had like stacks of 16-year supply of liquor in the cellar. Even I have one in my bed, shows my boss that he doesn't know. Economic-wise, I am the richest man on earth. Oh, that is awesome. Alright, so because I'm so rich, because after my soldiers came back from the Great War, which I don't like to think about. So they had these war bonds, and they spent it on cars, which are new. They spent it on refrigerators and other things. And so it got so great that we spent so much, Wall Street happened to throw me under the bus. Multiple times. Because I'm thrown under the bus. Everyone else is thrown under the bus. And so we went to this very depressing stage, but I'm still the richest nation on earth. International-wise, I don't talk to anyone. My boss has put me in isolation. So I dance alone in my room. The jazz is in. Also, they didn't, I suppose. What's here going on, which makes me a little uncomfortable.
Does this mean that we talk about Latvia, how weak he is?
Yes.
Can I do that? Can I do that? Now, before I begin, I am the Belarusian SSR. Before I begin speaking, I want to recall the rules that were mentioned previously. If you do not follow those rules, I will not hesitate to show you what real pain feels like. Wouldn't it be nice to see blood everywhere all over your beautiful Alright, getting back to the point, my name is Belarusian SSR. Now, my name is referred as to White Russia, at least my big brother has told me very much. Oh, I bet you all don't know who Big Brother is, do you? Well, you should know. You may know him as the Soviet Union or Soviet for short, but for me, of course, he's my soon-to-be husband. I mean, he hasn't proposed anything yet, but he will. I also have one sister as well, and her name is Double D, Ukraine. Ignore it if anyone's here. Now, I've been owned by a rather about large amount of countries until now, and currently I belong to my big brother, just as my sister from the Union. I won't get into specific detail of what happened during my time, but let's just say after a couple of wars, I was soon known as the Belarusian SSR, and I became the founding member of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Shut up. I don't speak English very well. Anyway, many years later, if you do not know, World War II began. Within my perspective, I was pissed. There's another one.
Yeah.
Doesn't even speak English. Exactly. Shut up. Anyway, I want to freaking brains out of those Nazis who attacked my people. Do you know what it's like to see children being tortured and beaten to death? Well, most of the people, I do. It's wrong. Within my point of view, it's torture. I mean, I have a brain, I understand. And it isn't perfect at all. Now, within getting to this topic, let's see, let's give a short story. In 1939, the Nazis, aka Germany, and the Soviet Union, aka Big Brother, made an agreement to divide various nations in between, and this resulted in the invasion of Poland, where Nazis and Soviets partitioned Poland. They freed us Ukrainians, Belarusians, Moldavians back into the north and eastern regions of Romania. Let me tell you, it wasn't really fun having to leave Poland. He didn't beat us or anything. His household was so loud, which I considered brutal tortures. It gets migraines. I just cannot stand loud noises, especially during this convention. Today, I suppose I should. Even though he sounds really annoying, he probably has some kind of boring story to share.